You're watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football. Welcome this evening as the B- team is filling in tonight, as Jared Lucky will not be with us tonight. But the B part of the team, Maury Stein, is here tonight, and thank you, Maury Stein, for being here once again. I'm Jeff Stivers, along with Aiden on the camera. We are ready to rock and roll as the Southside Cardinals have rolled into town tonight. We apologize for the late start tonight. There was some activity around the district this afternoon that kind of threw everything into a little tailspin and pushed the game start back a little bit, and they didn't allow people into the stadium till later, which kind of threw everything off. Heavy police presence here tonight all over the district.
Just being cautious.
Yeah, just a little cautious stuff for whatever was going on in the district, but everything's safe, everybody's good, and we're ready for some football. So welcome. First off, we're going to have, we've got the Southside Cardinals are coming into town with a 3-1 overall record. They've played Austin Crockett, who they beat, Laredo Nixon, who was a district opponent they beat, and Southwest High School, which they played last week, and they beat 20-7. Their only blemish this season was to the Somerset Bulldogs. Medina Valley comes in with a 1-3 record and a 1-1 overall record as they went down to Laredo Martin last week and got a big win. Maury, it was a big win for many reasons. Number one, it was first district win. So thank you to the Panthers for going down there and taking care of business.
Absolutely. And that was a game, Jeff, where we thought the Panthers should win, and they did handedly. But you don't win on paper. You win out on the field, and Medina Valley still had to go down there and win, and that's exactly what they did. Starting a young freshman at quarterback, they simplified the game for the young man and eased him into it. And towards the end of the ball game, they had him taking some chances downfield and letting him fling the ball a little bit. So they brought him along good. The Panthers got the win. The thing about it is, Jeff, is they're only one game out of first place. They play one of the leaders tonight in Southside that's 2-0, and also Southwest Legacy is 2-0, but we know that situation. They beat Medina Valley in the first district game. But you win tonight, and you're really back in the playoff pictures for first place.
Absolutely. So, one of the points of emphasis, the last couple of weeks with Coach Sanchez and his staff has been that, we're still in control of our own destiny.
Yes.
Even with the one loss, they win out. They win some big games here and there, and they can force a tie. So they can still get in the playoffs. They can still win the district. Everything is still in front of them, and we're looking forward to another step in the right direction tonight. But they're going to have a tough opponent tonight in the Southside Cardinals, and this is not the Southside, Maury, that we haven't seen personally or in our district, but they come into our district after spending a few years down in the South Zone district, but gone is their quarterback the last couple of years, who has now gone on to play at Nebraska. But as one of their coaches tried to tell me this summer, we're down this year. We're down this year. And I told him, I said, that's a bunch of what, because I know you're Southside and y'all are just going to reload. Y'all are going to find somebody that can run, and y'all are going to be big, and y'all are going to be physical. And sure enough, Maury, they're showing that on the video when we spoke to Coach Wednesday night in the coaches show. He talked about how they do have some speed on the outside. They have a big physical front, and he basically said this game's going to come down to who's going to win the battle of the trenches.
Well, and I kind of like our chances in that aspect too. We have 3 out of the 4 on the offensive line that were there together last year. And on the defensive line, you're getting better every single week. That was the best game last week that we've seen the defensive line play. That is why we give them the players of the game along with the offensive line, because they were keeping your linebackers clean. And when your linebackers are clean and flying all over the place, that's a good sign for your defense. And plus, you didn't, as we said, Martin was an undermanned team. Medina Valley went down there thinking they could win, knowing that they should win, but you still have to take care of business.
Right.
But with that said, it's a different ball club coming in tonight than the Southside Cardinals that we saw years back when they were in our district. They've turned into be a formidable opponent, And like you said, the last few years, they were first or second place in their district, and that's something that Medina Valley wants to try to do this year instead of being on the road that first week of the playoffs.
Yeah, we've talked about the last 15 years. It's been 15 years since Medina Valley's won a playoff game, but most of that time, Maury, they finished third or fourth in the district, and they've had to go on the road against the first or second place team from another district. That in itself is going to be tough, but it would be nice since the UIL has changed their rules to award a home game to the first two place teams to finish first or second in a district. You know, Medina Valley's finished third or fourth, you know, for probably the last 15 years. It'd be nice to see Medina Valley finish first or second. Not saying it can be done, not saying it can't be done. It would be nice at some point to see that again, to get back in that mode where you're getting that first round home game.
Well, and not having to drive down to the valley for 4 hours and play.
Absolutely.
Not have to deal with the Austin area, going to the Leander area, and getting caught up in that traffic, in that mess that is always in Austin. It doesn't matter whether you're going through there 2 o'clock a.m. or 2 o'clock p.m., you're going to run into traffic. And, you know, it's not that you run into traffic going down to the valley. It's just a long drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it takes up most of your day.
Well, and it kind of messes up what you're accustomed to doing during the week.
Well, and take the team itself. I mean, they have to eat an early lunch. They have to eat again on the road.
That's
They're
support.
You know, it just throws you all out of whack.
I wasn't saying that to the aspect of the fan. I was saying that to the players. It just
it
messes
works
up.
both ways.
It works both ways.
It happens to everybody.
But we're not the ones playing down there on the field,
Absolutely.
and that breaks your synchronicity, and it's a different ball game.
Absolutely. Yep. So we're looking forward to a good game tonight. We've got a little bit of a breeze out of the south, but, you know, I woke up this morning to 66 degrees and a little bit of a wind out of the north again, so we anticipate at some point tonight, you know, maybe drying out and cooling off again tonight, and looking forward to a big
Well, and how big
game.
would it be, the wind tonight, and then be a little cooler weather next week when homecoming runs around?
Well, that 2 weeks. Next week we go to Eagle Pass Wind. But, yes, you're right. When homecoming runs around,
the next home game, yes.
Absolutely. So we're Panthers have taken the field. They're going to get ready to play the national anthem, and we're going to go ahead and recognize some of our sponsors. This is the Medina Valley Broadcast Network, and we'll be back shortly.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash-tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
And welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley Panther football as the flags of our great country and state exit the playing field as everybody stands at attention still.
And that's what you're supposed to do until the unit is completely off the field of play. You're supposed to stand to attention.
But something like that just started recently, because even back to when I was coaching, that wasn't done. So I don't know. I guess after 9/11, maybe there was more respect shown for the flags and stuff. Maybe
and
that was something
as far as I'm concerned, you cannot show enough respect for Old Glory and the military men who the PA announcer is going to announce right now, because they are our true heroes, and at Medina Valley, and they're standing up right now, taking their applause from the crowd, and that's a good sign.
Yep, absolutely. Maury, keys to the game tonight.
Keys to the game: win the turnover battle and get the special teams problems on the kickoff and kickoff returns settled, and I think the Panthers can have a great chance of coming away here with a victory.
Yeah, and my keys to the game are, obviously we talked about the trenches. My keys to the game are that the coaches remain confident in the young freshman quarterback, but keep him in a position to where he's not going to lose the game, but he could possibly win the game. And what do I mean by that? Don't make him do too much.
Yep.
Keep within himself. This is going to be a lot faster tonight. It's taken these sophomores, and we talked the other day, freshmen, how many sophomores and juniors do we have on the team right now? We got
bunch.
20-something. So the team is young.
And not only on the team.
Last 3 or 4 games, they've grown up.
Not only on the team, starters.
Yeah, they're
out
starters.
There.
They're playing. And recognizing that and how long it's taken those sophomores to grow up and play well, it took them 3 or 4 games to grow up. And they were, they went against Tivy. They went against John Jay. And, it took them going against Martin last week to finally, see the fruits coming around that things were improving. And so the same's going to happen with this freshman. He gets, it was a great opportunity for him to get a start and get a lot of action against Laredo Martin, but it's going to be right now you're thrown right into the fire. And you can't have him win the game for you, or you can't put him in a position, I should say, to lose the game for you. Hand the ball off to Guerrero, who had 170-something yards rushing last week. You've got a two-faced rushing attack now. As of last week, there was a new running back came into the system.
Damian Pierce.
Damian Pierce. So you've got a rough runner and low to the ground, physical runner in Guerrero. Now you got a little speed.
Antoine Pierce.
Antoine Pierce. Now you got a little speed with Antoine Pierce. So utilize those guys. Get them the ball. Don't get ahead of yourself, meaning get behind the chains. Don't think that you need to take a shot on first down. If something's working, keep working it. until they stop you. Force them to stop you before you have to, go out and do something else. My keys to the game are don't do too much. Let the game happen and let the game come to the quarterback and just do what you do. Do what you do best.
Panthers won the toss and defer to the second half.
All right, so I guess I got the offense, right? I got to call the offense?
Well,
Is that
play
what I
by
do?
play, both
Is that what I do?
offenses.
Both offenses? All right. So
And I said Damian Pierce instead of Antoine Pierce. I don't have Antoine already in the pros for the Houston Texans.
Oh, yep. So thank you to once again, thank you to all of our sponsors and advertisers, and as always, we want to give a shout out. Obviously North Park Chevrolet is our title sponsor. Just about everything we do, and we sure do appreciate North Park Chevrolet. Go over there and make a visit, and let them guys try to help you out if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle.
Javier Moreno teeing the ball up for the Cardinals, and his kickoff is sponsored by Gardner Abstract
There
and
you
Land
go.
Company,
That's where I was getting.
along with Rancher's Title.
Yep. Thank you. So we've got number 30. I can't even see that far. 38.
32
32 Antoine Pierce, who
and number
mentioned.
1,
And number 1
Carter Hewitt.
Carter Hewitt. And that kickoff is going to be taken by number 4, and he's going to be up the sideline, and we're going to get a flag. So Justin Rogers with a nice little return up to the 40, but we're going to have a flag down around the 34-yard line, and that usually means on a kickoff, blocking the back or holding.
Yep.
So
We can bet 99% of the time that's what's going to be the call.
Yep. So the Panthers are going to start their first possession about the 26-yard line or so. Nope. It's going to be further back than that. It's going to be a hold. So the Panthers are going to be at the 24-yard line as they get started. And, Maury, we've let's see, is that number – that's number 10. That's
Yep.
Xavier Gonzalez at quarterback, and alongside him is going to be Mr. Guerrero. That's a senior. Anthony Guerrero. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line for Medina Valley going left to right. Handoff goes to Guerrero. He's going to find a little bit of running room, about 4 yards up the middle.
Tripped up by Ruben Alanis, one of the linebackers out there tonight for the Cardinals.
4 yards, give him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You'll
So,
take that on first down every
absolutely. Just
time.
about to say, that's exactly what you want to do. Same formation here with a little tight set now as number 26, Matthew Newton, checks in. And we want to also wish Matthew's brother,
Michael.
Michael Newton, who just had surgery today. I know he's listening back home. Wish you well.
And
That handoff's going to go to Guerrero. He's up the middle. He's got a little running room. He's going to get about 8 yards up first down. Panther first down to the 39-yard line.
Evan Hernandez on the stop. And from what we've heard from the surgery is everything went well from his mother, Lisa,
Yep.
informed us. So, Michael, I hope you're listening at home, and I hope you enjoy the ball game.
So,
and good luck in your rehab.
Good luck, yeah, and listen to those doctors. They know what they're talking about. So first down and 10 now, Panthers from their own 39 as they do their little check with me, look over to the sideline. You a fan of that, Maury? Check
Nope.
with me? Me either. Never have been. But you know what? It's what we're doing, so hopefully it works. And there goes a little counter play back to Guerrero. He is going to push the pile forward as got a good line push there, about 5 yards again on first down.
Castaneda and Jamarillo on the stop there for.
That's a good job of seeing in that pile there, Maury, because that was just a cluster.
It was a
going
mass
forward.
under there.
It was. That was. So hopefully we can keep moving the pile like that. So 2nd and 5 here. There you go. Check with me. They're you know what they do in this situation. They're checking to see what the offensive front's lined up in. And that's probably due to the freshman quarterback. They don't want him to read it and have to call it, but that's going to be a jet sweep. Quarterback falls down. He's going to lose a yard as it looked like he was trying to pull the ball out as the Carter Hewitt was in motion. Loses a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. So I also want to throw a shout-out, Maury, to Garrett Eckley, who is back at home and recovering well. So Garrett,
And we know he's tuned in and watching and listening to the broadcast.
We sure do wish you well, too, man. Hopefully you listen to your doctors and listen to your mommy and daddy because they know best. Rest and get well. Everything else will take care of itself. 3rd and 6 now. Got motion across the formation by Ty Millis. Snap goes to Gonzalez, and there's going to be somebody got through, but this is going to be a sky screen. It's going to be close. Oh, he had the first down more. It looked like he had the first down, but he's going to that's a terrible spot. If you give him forward progress, he's almost there. But he spun around trying to get out of that tackle and fell backwards, and he's going to lose a yard on that.
Yeah, Ruben Alanis, number 4, just would not let loose of the jersey. And if he spins the other way and reaches the ball out.
If he just falls forward, he's got the first down.
But he was fighting for extra yardage, and you can't blame him for extra effort.
Yeah, but you got to know where those chains are. It was a good call. That was a easy play, easy pass for Gonzalez as punter is. Oh, we got a fake. Fake punt. It's snapped to the up back, and he's going to be running down the left sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. We've got a flag. We've got a flag on the 50-yard line thrown by the line judge on the south side.
That was Kyle Sluman, the up man, taking the direct snap from the center.
Good call. You were right there at midfield. Let's see who it's going to go against. Holding, Medina Valley. And
it probably had nothing to do with the play.
No, actually it probably did because that's the way he ran. Whoever was out there on the edge probably grabbed some cloth, and you just can't do it.
I'm saying from where the flag was, it was holding after he had the yards gained.
It was a good call, but here we go again, Maury. Bad execution. You know, you all 11 guys got to work together, and there's one guy that wasn't doing his job. So here we go. Now it's going to back the Panthers up.
That's Brendan Butler down.
Actually, where the ball is marked right now is the 40-yard line, so that means it happened after the first down marker is where the hold actually happened. So here goes the punt from Butler. It's going to be a high punt. And it hits, and it's going to take a Medina Valley roll to about the 40-yard line, so about a 30-yard punt, and we're going to switch sides here with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter as Southside will get their first opportunity. You had some good things happen there, Maury, on for the Panthers' drive there, but that when the quarterback fell down that one time, it took you out of rhythm.
Well, and then you had the first down on the 4th down
fake punt.
And the punter sold that pretty good too.
Butler.
I
was watching him. All right, so I can't see the quarterback's number there, Maury, but looks like number 10.
Nope,
but he's going to hand it off to number 32, who is going to get outside, and he's got a little running room. He gets about 14 yards on first down. So number 5
Gary
is
Hernandez.
Gary Hernandez, the quarterback, and number 32 is Matthew Castaneda. So I'm going to go ahead and mark those so I remember them.
Need a highlighter.
I do. So Matthew Castaneda and Gary Hernandez is the quarterback. So little tight formation here. This is normally a running formation. He's going to keep it, fake it, and keep it right up the middle of the quarterback, and that's pretty quick, Maury. He hit that hole right up the pipe. Gets about 8 yards.
Manny Riojas on the stop there for the Panthers, but you'll take that if you're a Cardinal fan on first down, 8 yards.
Yep, 2nd and 2 as Hernandez goes over to the sideline.
Pretty good size up front for Southside on that offensive line.
Number 78's a big old boy right over here, left tackle. So tight set again. Got full house backfield, power eye look. Don't see this very often. Got a power eye left. It's going to hand it. Quarterback runs into the running back, but that is their short yardage, and he's going to fall forward for first down. He needed 2, got 3.
Yeah, that was Castaneda once again. Brought down by Caden Keller for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's going to be their short yardage set. We saw that last night, Maury, in the freshman game when they needed short yardage. They went to that power eye set.
Yeah, they had number 0 lined up in the backfield also, Jason Perez. They had trips in the backfield as they do right now.
So in the Panthers side of the field, 45-yard line, turns around and hands it to Castaneda. He's going to be hitting the backfield, but they didn't wrap up. 27 hit him first, and he's going to fight forward for 5 yards.
Riojas had him for a loss on the play. Just could not wrap him up. A good job there by Castaneda spinning out of that first tackle.
So second and a long 4 for Southside now. And we do have, looks like we got a timeout.
No, there's a player down
player
on the
down.
30.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking over here. Okay. So we do have a player down. We're going to go ahead and I think we can take a quick break. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925, with one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium, the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football. Southside Cardinals got a little drive going here from the Medina Valley 40-yard line. Be second and a long 4. Power I formation. Hernandez turns and hands the ball off. Nice play there in the backfield.
Great job behind the line of scrimmage. Caden Keller on the stop. Loss of about 2 yards.
Yep, and that was Castaneda again on the carry. It looks like that's gonna be their ground and pound guy, number 32. He's the only one to carry the ball so far, except for the quarterback Hernandez carrying it one time. But it's gonna bring up now a 3rd and 6. 5:51 to go in the first quarter.
Depending on what they get here, yardage, you may see 4 down territory.
Well, I'm thinking right here you're about to see a bootleg. And nope, handoff goes to Castaneda again, and he's going to fight his way forward for about 4 yards. He's going to be about 2 yards short. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 2.
James Stanton along with number 36 also out there, James Vallejo.
So it's going to be our first 4th down, and I'm sure we're going to have more of them tonight.
Well, and you need to be disciplined here. Do not give them that free 5 yards. You need to stay on side, listen to the count, watch the ball.
And this is where we talk about the game in the trenches. Who's going to get down? Who's going to be the lower man on this one to win this one? 4th and 2. Handoff goes to Castaneda, and he's going to have there's going to be a flag down, and that is in the area of could be a hold over there on that side. That's too late to be thrown for an offsides, I would think. He looks like he got the first down.
It might be a sideline warning. He's all talking to their head coach, telling them
that's what it is. It's a sideline warning.
But it'll be a warning.
But it'll be a warning, so it will be a first down. Yep, first down, sideline warning against Southside.
Jeff, I just got a text from one of our loyal listeners. They are viewing the game all the way from
Las Vegas,
the state of Maine, Black Bear Country.
Oh, wow.
Thank Ryan and A.J. Burris for the nice text and tuning in all the way on the East Coast.
I hope they're enjoying that cool weather.
I hope they are, too, bringing me home some maple
First
syrup.
and 10, toss goes to Castaneda. He's being pursued, but he's got some room. He is at the 15, the 10, and he's run out of bounds finally, or runs himself out of bounds around the 11-yard line. So that's about a 17, 18-yard gain for Castaneda, as he is, I hope they figure it out because he's the only one carrying the ball, so that's a pretty easy key.
Going to give Villegas the tackle on the play, running him out of bounds.
So 1st and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down on the one if they can get inside the 1-yard line.
Just got a text that it's a cool 47 degrees in Maine.
Oh, sweet. They doing any fishing? Some nice fishing up there. Lobstering. That's a one-man backfield there with the quarterback and a running back, and he's going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to have a nice gain down to the 4-yard line. He's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Burns and Fears on the stop there for the Panthers. Nope, they're probably just sitting on the porch just watching the elk and the antelope, and not antelope, but elk and all the other animals, and just listening to the sound of the crickets and enjoying probably a
They got crickets in Maine.
nice soda water.
And a power eye backfield again. Handoff goes to that's number 0 getting the ball
Yes.
that time, Maury, and he's going to be in for a score. So number 0, Jason Perez, in for the touchdown. It's going to be a 4-yard touchdown run for Jason Perez. And point after try to come. And here we go, a little swinging gate action, Maury.
They said they just had a nice lobster dinner.
There you go. You got to have lobster somewhere in there when you're in Maine.
Uh-oh.
Fake.
Going to get a
And they're going to
false start.
Yep, so they're going to back him up. Now they're going to.
Now, do you have to be down?
No.
Or because he was standing straight up when he pitched it back.
So, yeah. So you don't have to be down, but everybody still has to be set.
Well, they were in motion here on the outside still,
so that's
not
what it
set.
was. Yeah, they weren't set. So what you do, what the coaches up in the press box are doing, they're counting how many defenders you have over with their swinging gate. And if you have fewer than they got, it's an automatic toss. So right now they're going to line up to try to kick the extra point. It's going to be a 25-yard extra point now. Hold is good. Snaps down. Snaps good. Holds good. Kick is good. So
Moreno busted through for the extra point.
3:48 to go in the first quarter, and Southside has an early lead. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back in a minute.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn, landscaping, and irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
And welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football as they trail 7-0. 3:48 to go in the first quarter as number 3 for Southside, that would be Javier Moreno, has the ball teed up, and he will be kicking it to number 32. It's going to go to number 32 for the Panthers, and he's going to get it up.
That's Antoine Pierce.
Antoine Pierce, and he's going to be hit at the 30 and dropped. So Pierce with a decent return there. Panthers will get the ball. That's a little bit better starting position than they had in the first possession.
That was Noah Ramirez leading the charge there on special teams for the Cardinals.
Yeah. So here you go, Maury. So you've lost a possession basically now because you had the fake punt. You didn't finish your first possession. So you're down a possession now. So let's see what the Panthers can do with this possession. As Guerrero and Gonzalez are in the backfield once again. Looks like number 85 is lined up. Kyle Stuman lined up in the backfield as basically as a fullback, up back, halfback, whatever you want to call it. Snap goes to Gonzalez, handoff to Guerrero, and he's going to have very little, maybe 2 yards. Got tripped up there early.
Yeah, tripped up by number 4, Alan East, and he's been in a number of plays there for the Cardinals so far, just early in the first quarter.
Yep, and now we're going to have 2nd and about 8 for the Panthers. Same type of formation, and I used to call it a king set and a queen set, but I'm not going to say that anymore, Maury.
You just did.
I did. I'm not going to use that term, though, but here you go. As he looks like it could have been a busted play. Somebody didn't know what was going on, but Gonzalez does pull it down and put it in, get it up in the hole where he's supposed to be and gains about a yard.
Amarillo once again on the stop there for the Cardinals.
Going to be 3rd and 7 as the Panthers are right back in it. Oh, and here we go.
Pre-snap.
They were trying to rush, so I'm not sure if there was not going to be a check with me, it looked like. It looked like the backs were doing a check with me. It looked like the line was ready to go. I could tell when the linemen got down. They got down in 3-point stance, they're ready to go. And so something wasn't echoed there as the Panthers lose 5 yards on a penalty now, takes them back to the 29, 28-yard line. It will be 3rd and long. Now you put yourself behind the chains in a predictable throwing situation.
Yep, 3rd and 12.
These are some of the things that we talked about we wanted to avoid. Let's see what quarterback can do here as he will drop back. He's got plenty of time. He throws it over the middle to nobody. Number 22 for Southside is the only one that had a shot at that pass.
And he was looking for number 22, Reza, across the middle. That was in triple coverage. So really no chance to fit that ball into Reza.
Yeah, when we get behind the chains right now, Maury, that's when, he's going to struggle. So need to try to stay within what we do. So number 1 for Southside, Noah Ramirez is going to be deep.
Butler kicking once again for the Panthers.
Snaps high. Butler covers it up, and it's going to be down.
Well, he did a good job of just not letting it go over his head.
Yeah, he jumped up, and he's a tall kid. He jumped up, he knocked it down, but he couldn't gather it and get a kickoff. So the Cardinals will have the ball on the Panther 13-yard line to start their second drive.
And guess who recovered it? Alanis, who's been all over the field on defense for the Cardinals. Now he's out there on the offensive side of the ball also.
It looks to me like they're going to have a lot of guys playing two ways more because they don't have a lot of kids on the sideline.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with that. If those are your best players, play them.
Absolutely. Power eye set as number 32 is back in there, Castaneda. It's going to be a toss right. Student body right. Castaneda's going to get up in it and get about 7 yards. Maybe 8.
Going to be Landon Burns getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Panthers, but not before 7 yards down the field.
Maureen, there's nothing tricky about that.
Just power versus power.
That's just like I called it. Student body right. They got more than we got. So here you go. Power eye set again. Going to be handoff power to the left now, and there's a good play by somebody there in the middle as he stood up. Castaneda has stood up, and he's going to no gain or maybe lose a yard as it's going to bring up third down now.
That was Riojas leading the charge there for the Panthers. Good job of stuffing up that hole.
Yeah, whoever it was stood up.
Number 27 got the helmet on him first.
Yeah, well, they stood up that offensive lineman and put him right back into the lap of the running back.
Yeah, then he got help from two others.
So we got a power eye set again here. It looks like number 0 is back in there. And 0 will get the handoff. It's going to be – and that should have been a hold. They tackled that guy coming through, but he's not going to get the first down. He's going to be a yard short as – now it's getting dark in here. Jason Perez, who scored the touchdown, gets the call. It's going to be their second fourth down now. 4th down and 2.
Burns once again on the stop.
It's all right. We'll get to know him. I think if you turn the light on, we're going to have a glare.
That's what I was thinking. May have a glare with the camera.
So here we go. 4th down. Big play here for both teams early in this game. Power eye left. Toss goes left. Student body. They forced it back up inside. He cuts back inside. He's going to have the
He didn't get
down.
it. Yeah, but he's going to have a first down.
But he didn't get it in for a touchdown. He's down to inside or about the 1 yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Cardinals as Castaneda takes it. That was the same play, and that's got to be their base play. That old. I don't even think they're pulling a guard because they got 2 guys in the backfield. Normally, you'd see a guard being pulled in that situation.
But a fresh set of downs.
Yep, 1st and goal from the 1 yard line, and we are ticking down. They will get this play off, so it's going to be power eye right, quarterback sneak, and he is untouched. So touchdown by the quarterback. Gary Hernandez, 1 yard touchdown run with 9 seconds to go. As there is no swinging gate this time, they just line straight up, and their kicker number 3 gets set to boot the ball away, and the kick is up, and it is good as Moreno. And new score is going to be Southside 14, Medina Valley 0 with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a second.
Sammy's Restaurant and Hazy's Alsatian Bakery, 2 legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Hazy's Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Hazy's Alsatian Bakery, online at havysbakery.com.
And welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley Panther football, as Southside has taken a first quarter 14-0 lead.
Kickoff sponsored by Garner Abstract Land Company along with Rancher's Title.
Kickoff from Moreno.
Going to be Pierce once again.
Gets a little running room on the side, and he's going to be taken down about the 31-yard line. 29. He was over the 30.
I thought he was. Noah Ramirez responsible for the tackle on the special teams.
So 5 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll get to have a play, and then we'll take a commercial break again.
It's been all Southside here in the first quarter. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you go back to that fake punt, Maury.
That was a backbreaker.
That, early in the game you wouldn't think so, but the way the Panthers are responding right now, it looks like it could have been. Still a lot of game to go. So 1st and 10 here for Medina Valley. Gonzalez takes the snap, hands to Guerrero. Guerrero's runs right into the back of an offensive lineman. Will pick up 2 yards.
It was Alanis once again on the stop for the Cardinals.
And that is going to be the end of the first quarter with Southside Cardinals leading 14-0. We're going to take a commercial break, and we will be back after these messages.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tandre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices.
And welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley Panther football. We are going to be starting the second quarter as Medina Valley will have it 2nd and 8. Go fly motion here as the quarterback keeps it. He's reading that defensive end, and he'll get about 2 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
Alanis and Pritchard on the stop there.
Yeah.
For the Cardinals.
Normally you don't read that jet sweep like that, so I don't know if that was a call or, I don't know how the Panthers handle that, but they're going to go to check with me set. They're going to be 3 wide, 2 down on the bottom here to the offensive left. Gonzalez now going to roll to his left, and there is a flag. Going to have a false start. Carter Hewitt was the lone receiver up to the right. It had to be on Carter Hewitt.
Going to bring up 3rd and 10 now.
He's lined up right in front of that official. He even turned around and looked at him so he could get his number. So false start. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now. Panthers have just been living behind the chains since that first drive. So another obvious passing situation here for Medina Valley as it is 3rd and long. Going to go back to their run set, which is with Newton in the backfield. Newton's going to slide out in the flats. Gonzalez is looking around for somebody to throw to. He scrambles. He's going to put it. Oh, and we should have a little penalty as he gave himself up and slid, and they hit him.
Yeah, Alanis led with the shoulder pad there.
Yeah, I mean, he gives himself up on a slide, and you're not supposed to be able to hit the quarterback, and
now you got a tough decision. It's 4th down and 3.
Gonzalez gets about 6 yards, so it's going to be 4th and 4 now, and the Panthers look like they're going for it.
Maybe try to draw the Cardinals off sides here.
Hadn't used the timeout yet, so they are in check with me mode. Got twins down here to the bottom with a halfback set up behind the guard. Hewitt up top.
Oh,
they almost had him jumping, but it's going to be a roll to the left, and I don't know. Gonzalez looked a little happy there to get rid of that one, and he was nowhere close to his target as the Panthers turned it over on downs deep inside Cardinal territory.
Yeah, Montoya was all in the face of the quarterback there, and he had to throw that a little quicker than he wanted to because the receiver wasn't even out of his break yet when the ball was thrown. He had no chance to catch that ball.
Yeah. Looked like he got happy feet there, which, is normal. Like you said, you're going to have freshman mistakes sometimes. You got to keep him out of these kind of situations, though, Maury. So the Cardinals take over at the Panther 36-yard line. Double-barrel backfield here as they will crisscross, and handoff will go to 32 once again is Castaneda. Castaneda will get about 2 yards. Good job there by the defensive front of the Panthers.
Alamos getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Panthers.
This is when you got to have somebody step up and make a play more. You can't find yourself down 3 touchdowns. You got 10 minutes to play still in the second quarter. Pro set now. Still got a double-barrel backfield as 32 and 00 both lined up to the left side of the quarterback, and quarterback's just going to pull it down and run right behind those two guys. That's student body left, Maury. It's the same play they run from the power I set.
Santos getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Panthers.
He's going to get about 6 yards on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
James Vallejo also on the stop there for Medina Valley.
So we're going to have a pro set to the right now, and here's your full house backfield, power I right, and there's the power. They pulled a guard, and looks like Binky got loose there as he's going to be tackled short. Got a yard maybe, so it's going to bring up another 4th and 1, maybe a short 2.
Great job of getting in there by Binky, forcing the 4th down.
Yeah, so what they did there, Maury, is they pulled that backside guard that time and just ran a basic little power play to the right, and Binky got on his hip and ran with him and beat him to the ball carrier.
Sideline warning against Medina Valley.
So here's the 3rd, 4th down for Southside. They've converted all of them so far. Power I left, it's going to be student body left, and the Panthers are going to pursue it, and he will get the first down by about 2 yards. So Castaneda will lean forward and get another first down. So that's 3 for 3 on 4th down for the Cardinals.
Martinez and Vallejo just could not get him down before he made the turn.
We talk about just do what you do and do it well, right? And that's what Southside's doing right now. They're toss left, toss right, power left. And they're moving the chains. So 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback sneak this time. Going to get about 3 yards, it looks like.
Got a good push upfield.
As Hernandez, you're not going to be able to see who got that one.
Oh, Binky was in the lead there for the Panthers.
There you go. So it's going to be a gain about 2.
Alamos also
2nd and 8.
On the stop there as Binky's playing defensive tackle. Looks like Alamos is almost lined up in the nose guard position right over the center.
So we've got Panther defense has been out there.
Oh, they broke the huddle with 12.
Too many guys. That's going to be a legal substitution on Cardinals. And that will be the call.
So that helps the Panthers out a little bit.
Second down and 13 about for Southside right now. The big play right now, Maury, would be on the Panthers to stop them right now and force them into a throwing situation. Haven't seen them throw the ball yet. And we're going to have a timeout Southside, and those timeouts are sponsored by Peerless Equipment. We're going to take it with them. This is the you know what? We're going to stay right here as Maury is going to read a reader from one of our advertisers.
City of Hondo South Texas Regional Training Center, also known as STRTC, offers a multitude of on-site services, college courses for students looking to achieve their associate degree, vocational and technical programs such as parent care technician, welding, and HVAC, and GED through Southwest Texas Junior College. Assistant with employee search, job trainings for youth and adults with workforce solutions or transportation assistance provided by ACOG ART Transportation. For additional information, contact the staff at 830-741-8347 or find them on Facebook at STRTC.
And thank you, South Texas Regional Training Center. It's going to be second and long as they do go back to throw, and he will throw over the middle. It's complete. Number 14, he's going to have it for a first down. Jake Montoya.
He just sat down in that soft spot, and there was four Panthers around him, but none of them could make the play.
Nobody looked to make a play. You know, and right there, Maury, your eyes are in the backfield. You're not guarding the guy that you're not. Your eyes aren't where they're supposed to be. So it's going to be first and goal now from about the 9-yard, right inside the 10-yard line. Toss to Castaneda, and he will get about down to the 7-yard line. So it'll be second and goal from about the 7. And, Maury, there are some fans watching tonight from Clear Lake, California also. So thanks for checking in.
Fears on the stop there for the Panthers. So we got them listening from all over the country
from
tonight.
From coast to coast.
From coast to coast.
They tuned in to hear the B- team. And the pitch goes to Castaneda. He's going to put his head down and rumble into the end. Oh, no,
he's going to fall short. Going to mark him at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to be about the 1-yard line. So it'll be third and goal from, looks like, right outside the 1-yard line.
Feel like George Norrie or Art Bell or Ian Putnam listening from coast to coast. Feels like it's after midnight.
So power eye, back to the power eye right. They're going to quarterback sneak it. He's actually stood up, but I think,
no.
Is he going to get in?
No.
Yep. He fell in.
Oh, wow.
Got a signal from the far sideline. That's going to be a touchdown, quarterback sneak. You know, Maury, I hadn't coached in a few years, but I don't know. And I'd have to look back at that to see. But, you know, used to be when you got into a goal line defense, that's the first thing you took away. You put two guys over the center so they couldn't quarterback sneak it. I don't know if that's what we're in or not, but.
Moreno lining up for the point after attempt.
And it is up and no good this time.
Wide left.
So it'll be 20-0 with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left in the game. We're going to take another commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
And welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football. Thank you, North Park Chevrolet. 6 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the half, and Southside Cardinals lead Medina Valley 20-0. Panthers have been living behind the chains on offense. The defense is kind of getting worn down already in the first half, Maury.
Yep, they are. They've been out there a while.
Kickoff is going to go his fumble.
Pierce
muffs it a little bit. He picks it back up, and he's going to be swarmed under by a host of Cardinals. It's like about the 20-yard line, Panthers will start this possession.
Leading the charge there for the Cardinals on the special teams again, number 1. Or actually, that's number 7, Elijah Solis.
So 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in the half, and the Panthers are desperate to get a little something going as they are going to line up in a trips open set. Trips are to the top side. Guerrero and Gonzalez in the backfield as they check with me on the sideline to get the right play call in, and they're going to throw it on first down. It's going to be a little slant, and they are very, that one kind of missed there as well, Maury. And, we talked about that was intended for number 9? No,
that's number 8.
That's number 8, Jaden Gonzalez.
Jaden Gonzalez, who caught a touchdown pass last week off the arm of the freshman.
So now you're in a 2nd and 10 situation, and they're doing a double check with me. trips open set again. Snap goes to Gonzalez. He hands off to Guerrero, running flat on the right side. He tries to cut it up. He's going to get a yard, so 3rd and 9.
Good heads-up play there on the outside by number 34, Amarillo, for the Cardinals.
We'll call it 3rd and 8. He got 2.
Still behind the chains.
Still behind the chains, but, I mean, you threw it on 1st down.
Right.
You know, so if you don't complete it, you're going to be behind the chains. So as the clock is ticking down, snap goes to Gonzalez. He pumps, he throws, and he's got one open, and he hits him in stride. And he makes a great move, spins out of it, and he's going to be down the right sideline as they run him out about the 46-yard line of Southside. So some positives there, as that's Cade. I believe that's –
No, that's Taz Millis.
Taz Millis? Okay.
Nope, not Taz. That's Ty Millis.
Ty Millis.
Taz is sitting in the stands, but that's –
And here the Panthers
Ty
go. They're
Millis.
up quick, got doubles,
With
and they're going to check with me.
A great move out there to get an extra 15 yards after the catch.
Absolutely. But they do – Maury, they marked him back at the 49-yard
It must have, when he
line.
did that spin move, stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, 1st down anyway, so going to have motion here. Going to hand it back off the other way to Guerrero, and he's going to – nobody's fooled on that one.
No, that was Amarillo once again.
No gain as they ran a little crisscross action, which if your linebackers are keying running backs, that could have the linebackers running into themselves, but it looked like the Panthers ran into themselves there as Panthers go trips open now, trips to the bottom side here. Guerrero's going to be on the quarterback's right, getting the play call. Snap goes to Gonzalez. He looks left. He throws. Going to be complete, and that is going to be to number 88, Cade Gallion. Oh, no, that's number 80.
That's
I'm
Millis
sorry.
once again.
That's Millis again. Okay. You know what? Gallion's not even out there.
That was Hernandez on the stop there.
So quick set here again as a little tighter trip set to the bottom side. They don't change much.
Ooh, he's offsides on defense out here, wasn't he?
Yep, they got it, and that was a great play there. Gonzalez had, looks like number –
was trying to hit it to Carter Hewitt.
Looks like Carter Hewitt out there.
But
on the
number
top
5,
side.
Hernandez jumped the route.
Yeah, made a great play. He kind of let him a little too much with it. But we will have an offsides penalty on Southside, so it will be a 1st down.
Yeah, number 2, the cornerback, was blatantly across the line, Noah Van Osdal.
Was it number 2 or 22?
No,
I
it was
saw
number
somebody
2.
Walk up late, yeah. Okay, so the Panthers stay in the same set.
See, now he backs off the line.
Look at Carter Hewitt walking. He can't do that.
He can't go across the line, no.
Line of scrimmage. He's walking so he can get. He's got to go the other way, but trips open here. Handoff goes to Guerrero up the middle. He's going to spin and get about 3 as, wow, we had a lineman getting beat all the way down here on the 50-yard line. Good play there by on Southside. You got the tackle there, Maury?
Yeah, that was Elijah Solis on the stop there, number 7 for the Cardinals.
So 2nd and 7 here for the Panthers now. Got a little something going here. 3:23 to go.
And you get a 2 for 1. Oh, no, the Panthers will kick off. That's right. To start the second half.
Quarterback Gonzalez pulls it down. He tries to scramble, and he's out around the left-hand side as he is going to be
That's 15!
Pushed out of bounds late, and there's no flag. He will be at the 26-yard line, which will be enough for another Panther 1st down.
And they're talking to the young man. Well, don't talk about it. Throw a flag on him.
Yeah.
I mean, what good does that do?
So he looked to throw. He did his little pump and go again, and he didn't have anybody open as Gallion is out there now.
But, Jeff, that was a great job by Gonzalez extending that play.
Well, he pulled it down, and he tried to go straight ahead. There was nothing there, and he kept fighting until he fouled around the left side and got some positive yardage. So handoff goes to Guerrero as, boy, big old 76 just mauled him at the line of scrimmage.
78, actually. It looked like Jacob Salinas.
But But
you can tell they are trying to take Guerrero out of the ball game.
Absolutely, force the quarterback to throw. So he gets about 4 on that play. We're going to have 2nd and 6.
Clock's still not an issue.
2:40 left in the half. Going to have motion this time.
The thing is, you don't want to come away here with no points and leave them time on the clock.
This is going to be a pass play here, probably, because they motioned, then they went check with me. So they're seeing what kind of coverage they're in. So the pass is going to he pulled it down quick again. He didn't see what he liked. He's going to be running. He's got some room. Nice move there. He's going to be out at about the 20-yard line, pick up about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 4.
That was Hernandez on the stop, Jeff. But you got a flag in the backfield. That's usually a holding because the quarterback was scrambling. He did a good job, Jeff, but he gave up on the pass play too quick.
Yes, he did, but that's going to be a hold, and that is going to –
Well, but the hold came because he scrambled around. If he looks and progresses and gets his receiver,
Yeah.
he gave up on the play
happy feet.
too quick.
Happy feet. You know,
And
he's
he's
rightfully
young.
so.
Right.
Rightfully so. Can't fault the guy for doing that. You did have a 2nd and 5 though. Why are you throwing the ball? So here we go as we got doubles for Medina Valley. Behind the chains again as they got about 2nd and 16, 17. Now he steps up in there, and that should be pass interference.
He never turned around and looked at the ball.
He
Number
never
32
looked for
just
it.
ran right through
Never
Reza.
looked for it, and the back judge is just standing there looking.
I mean, he
That was
ran
blatant.
He ran right through Reza and never turned back and looked
blatant.
at the ball.
Very blatant. And Coach
That is-
Sanchez has given them an earful.
That is 2 flags that should have been thrown on Southside tonight.
So here we go, 3rd. We got doubles again. We're going 3rd and long again as Gonzalez looks to the sideline. Going to get the call here.
Well, Coach Sanchez was a little easier on that official than I would have been.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Because
a
that
big
is
play.
2 calls that have went against the
Now
Panthers
they're
here
gonna
in this
be- They're
drive.
bringing the house. They're bringing the house against the freshman. He steps up in the pocket. He delivers one, and what a great catch down at the 6-yard line by
That's number 8.
Number 8,
Jaden.
Jaden Gonzalez, the senior.
What a job of turning his body around.
Absolutely. What a great job of the quarterback, the freshman quarterback, stepping up in the pocket. And now he took his time and he let the routes develop. So good job by Gonzalez. It's going to be a 1st and goal with 2:02 left.
Good job by both Gonzaleses there.
And both Gonzalez's.
Wow, what a catch and what a throw.
I don't think they're related, are they? I guess that's a question we'll have for Coach next week at the coaches. So
It looked like it on that play. They were in sync.
They were. Snap goes to Gonzalez. Guerrero is going to be tripped up as they bring some pressure from the outside, and he won't.
Yeah, that was Alanis.
He's not going to get anything there.
Once again, taking the feet out from Guerrero. You don't have to worry about the time. You got plenty of time. You don't need to rush it. You don't want to leave any time on the clock.
No, but you do want to score.
Absolutely, 7.
So we've got a pro set. Looks like a twin set to the right. We've got the halfback. That looks like number 85 in there again at halfback, Kyle Stuman. Guerrero lines up on the right side now. He's talking to Stuman, checking the
timeout.
He's telling him to go the other side, and they're lined up incorrectly. And it looks like, okay. So we got a timeout, and we're going to take it with them as the Panthers are threatening to score. This is Medina Valley Panther football. We'll be right back.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash-tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
And welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast.
And, Jeff, that was a good time for a timeout.
Absolutely.
The play clock was down to 4 seconds.
Well,
you
got all three of them.
Well, and you definitely don't want to give up that field position.
Yeah. So you got a 2nd and goal from right outside the 5, call it the 6-yard line. We're going to have a twin set to the left. Now Stuman moves over to the left. We've got the running back Guerrero on the left. That is Guerrero. He's going to cut it up in there. He's got some room to run, and he's going to be stopped short at about the 1-yard line as one guy.
That was a great open field tackle by
Number 14?
Fernandez. No, it was 22.
22.
Just filled up that hole. I thought Guerrero was going to walk into the end zone there.
So it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 2. Same formation. Nope, going to the other side now. And we're going to have motion. And we're going to have the crisscross action as Guerrero is going to pound it in from right there. So touchdown Medina Valley as they get on the board. No flags. 46 seconds remaining in the half. Maury, right there, they kind of stayed within themselves. The freshman made a couple of mistakes, and he made a couple of big plays. So good job by the Panthers of making things work there.
Great catch on the sidelines by
Gonzalez. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is up and good. So with 46 seconds remaining, the Panthers have climbed back 20-7. We're going to stay right here as I try to add this score up here. There we go, 7. All right, got it. So, Maury, it kind of looked like the first drive started. You ran the ball. You had positive things happen. You did get yourself into a couple of throwing situations where they were predictable throwing situations, but, your quarterback is growing up. We talked about that before the game. The speed of the game is going to be something new to him tonight because he didn't see this kind of speed and this kind of size last week against Martin. So everything he sees tonight is going to be new, and how he adjusts throughout the course of this game is going to be how well the Panthers will do tonight.
Absolutely, and down the line.
Yeah, there you go. So back deep for the Cardinals as the Panthers do their little surprise deal with no surprise. Number 1, it looks like, is that Noah Ramirez.
Back deep, yes.
Noah Ramirez. And kicker number 19 for the Panthers is Pablo Padilla. And that will be a kickoff, and it'll bounce. Looks like number 23, one of the upbacks, will take it. And he has got some room to run. He is up to the 40, to the 45, to the 48 where he is tackled. But there is a flag down back at the 26-yard line.
That was Jeremy Obregon on the return for the Cardinals.
And it's going to be a spot foul. Let's see what they're going to do.
If they'd have got the ball, Jeff, out here by the 48, they may have tried something. Now you move them back inside the 20. Yep. They just may be content to take this 14-point lead into halftime.
Because they get the ball starting the second half. So it was a hold on the Cardinals, which will back them up all the way to the 17-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 17.
30-yard difference, 17 instead of being out at the 48. Yeah, 31-yard difference.
With 38 seconds left. So Panthers here. Let's see if they send their 4 across back. It looks like they got 3 across. Going to be in some kind of umbrella coverage. Keep everything in front of you. And this is going to be actually a passing set here for the Cardinals. Double barrel action. They're going to hand it off to – there's going to be a flag, but they're going to hand it off once again to Castaneda. He's going to get forward about 1, 2, 3 yards. And there is a flag.
That looked like a holding in the area where the holding usually occurs.
Either a hold or a chop block. Actually, that was, personal foul, chop block. Yep. So that's going to be a half the distance to the goal line penalty. It's going to take it down to about the 8.
Now, Jeff, if I'm Southside, I get under center in the victory formation and just get out of this half.
Yeah, well, you got.
I wouldn't even try to hand the ball off and force a fumble. Just run the clock out.
It's 1st down, so you really can't stop the clock enough. So yeah, you're right. Just take a knee and get out of it.
Just have to.
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to hand it off right here, and they're just going to try to get some positive yardage. The clock is running, so they may just take a knee. Power I formation. They do hand it to Castaneda, and he's going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Panthers are trying to rip the ball out.
10-yard line, going to get a couple, and that's going to run the clock out. And the Panthers will take a little momentum. You know what they say about Mo.
It's got momentum.
It's got momentum, yeah. So momentum, taking it into the locker room. Half the Panthers are trailing the Southside Cardinals 20-7. We're going to hear from a few of our sponsors. We're going to come back and give you a little info on the
and then
game,
let you listen to the band.
and then let you check out the band and see how they're doing this year. So Medina Valley Panther football will continue in a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash-tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football. as the Southside Cardinals lead the Medina Valley Panthers 20-7 at the half. Southside would start the scoring as they would march the ball down the field with a few runs. I mean, I don't think they threw one. They had a fourth down. Mario, on all three of their scoring drives, they had a fourth down conversion. They converted one down deep in Medina Valley territory on their first drive. And let me go ahead and get his name here. Number 0, Jason Perez, would take his first handoff of the night and score. Then Medina Valley would get the ball back and go 3 and out, and Southside would Medina Valley would botch a punt, and Southside would take over on about the 13-yard line, and it would take about 2 plays, and Gary Hernandez, the quarterback, would get his first of 2 touchdowns. Medina Valley once again after that would have trouble moving the ball and would punt it away to Southside, and they would go on another 50, 60-yard drive and score their third touchdown as Hernandez would quarterback sneak it after a fourth down conversion. He would quarterback sneak it from the 1-yard line in for his second score of the evening. So that leaves us, the extra point was no good. That gave the Southside Cardinals a 20-0 lead at the time. And Medina Valley would show a little life as they would come back with about 5 minutes left in the half, and they would march it down the field with a huge 3rd and 16 conversion where freshman quarterback Gonzalez would hit senior wide receiver Gonzalez down around the 6-yard line, and Mr. Guerrero would take it in from there after 2 or 3 carries to bring the Panthers to within the 20-7 score that we are currently sitting at halftime. Maury, thoughts on the first half?
Didn't finish. The big play was the fourth down conversion that the Panthers completed on the fake punt and was charged with a holding penalty. And we saw where the holding penalty occurred. It occurred after the Panthers had had the first down, but it's a spot foul and you still move it backwards. And it seemed like the Panthers, the momentum that they had, and that was the opening drive.
Yeah, and they were moving the ball.
And were moving the ball that it just kind of took the momentum completely away, and it took the Panthers over a quarter and a half to regroup. With about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, they got their last possession before the half and ended up putting points on the board, which is what they needed because they could not fall any more behind the Southside Cardinals because they haven't shown much on the defensive side of the ball to where they have been able to stop Southside. Southside has been able to do pretty much all they want. It's just the power game is basically what Southside's running, and the Panthers just haven't been able to stop it so far.
So Southside's run the same play out of about 8 different formations, and I'm talking about 8 different formations, 4 on the right, 4 on the left. They get 2 backs out there in front. They get a guard out in front sometimes, and you can call it a power. You can call it student body right, whatever it is. But they're trying to outnumber you to the edge, and they're getting guys on the ground and they're getting things done. But you know what? The Panthers play it. Every other play they play it well. The problem is that they will give up one play where it's about 7-8 yards.
Yeah, instead of giving them the 4 or 5, they're giving them 7 or 8.
They'll play every other play. They'll give them, 2 yards, but it's the one play of 7 yards or the one play of 8 yards that has hurt the Panthers.
They're getting ahead of the sticks before you're putting behind them.
What it is, it's assignment football. And, we talked about the fake punt. All 11 guys have got to be doing the same thing, right, and be working towards the same thing. You had one guy that didn't take care of his responsibility on the fake punt. So when you give up a 7-8 yard run, you probably have one guy that didn't take care of his responsibility, and when you run power football like that, you can't be that guy, especially if it's coming to your side. If the ball's coming to your side and you're the one guy and you get on skates and they move you 5 or 6 yards down the field, well, guess what? You've just taken out, and you made a comment the other night at the show, Maury, that the defensive linemen were covering up the linebackers so the linebackers could run and make plays. You remember that comment the coach you made? Well, Maury, tonight it's the opposite right now. They're getting pushed back into the linebackers, and the linebackers are getting blocked by their own guy, basically, and they're not able to scrape downhill and make plays, nor are the defensive linemen making plays that they need to be making. And a lot of times, it's just standing your guy up. If you're responsible for this gap and you just stand your guy up and you plug that gap with your guy, you've done your job. Now, let's also say at the same time there have been some really good plays. Nicholas Binke has made a couple of real nice plays coming down the line. He got on that guard's hip one time and ran him down the line and made a play in the backfield. So there are some positives that are coming along with a lot of these things. And the big nose guard, he made a couple of big plays. So the thing is, they still got to keep getting better. Alamos. They still got to keep getting better and putting these things together, and they've got to put together entire drives or entire series and not just one here or one there. And that goes along, that's the youth and it's the playmaking ability of certain players. Playmakers have got to make plays. You got to have a turnover in the second half so you can get back in this game more.
Well, and as we said, like last week against Martin, the defensive front was doing such a good job. Villegas and Vallejo, two of the linebackers, were all over the field making play after play after play. Haven't mentioned their names that much because they're not getting cleared. They're getting the offensive line is getting to the second level, and they're not freed up to make the plays. Now, if you can control that, and those two young men along with everybody else gets back in the sync, see a different defense out there, and that's what it's going to take to turn this ball game around. The defense. And you can look at the score. It's not hard to figure out. The defense is going to have to make some stops, or the Panthers are not going to win this ball game. That's just stops or turnovers.
Yeah, and number one, you haven't made a stop yet.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you can make a stop, great. But I'm saying you got to get a turnover. You're going to have to force them to put the ball on the ground, and that's not something that a team like this, that's built like this, will do. If you're a running team, you're not going to turn the ball over a lot, and because that's what you're trained to do. You're trained to run in traffic. You're trained to hold on to that rock, cover that nose up, get into the traffic and get what you can. So it's going to be a tough chore. Now, with that being said, defensively, let's talk about the offense. We talked about the young quarterback. We keep preaching about the young quarterback. Of course, the quarterback is the head of the snake, basically on the team. And, you've got to go through – everything's got to go through that quarterback, but you don't need to be putting that quarterback in some situations that the Panthers put him in early. We talked about the coaches and the play calling early, about how that's going to be a key to the game, keeping them within their within the chains, for first downs, get 3 or 4 yards. That first drive, Maury, they were getting 5 yards a clip. All of a sudden – Southside made an adjustment.
Well, if you remember, it was the miscommunication in the backfield.
There was a miscommunication
between the man in motion and the quarterback, and they stumbled in between each other. And where we had picked up 5 yards, it was 2nd and 5. We lost 5 yards and it went back to 3rd and 10.
Right, absolutely. So a lot of good things going right for the Panthers there at that last drive. You still had a few things that they were trying to do that, they need to do better. But all in all, everything looks good. So we are going to go ahead and take another break here.
Going to send out the crowd mic, and when we come back, we're going to let you watch the band, correct? Listen to the Panther band.
We will be back here in just a second. Looks like we've got – I hope we're still on out there. I think we're on still. So we're going to be back right after a few messages from our sponsors.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, a title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
And here we are back at North Park Chevrolet broadcasting from Medina Valley football. And actually right now, North Park Chevrolet is sponsoring the band. So go band, and we're going to lead you to the sounds of the Medina Valley Panther Band.
First major, Zoe Huffman, joined by her mom, Yvette. And second major, Katie Ortega, joined by her mom, Esty. The varsity top cat of the week is Janessa Johnson. The JV top cat of the week is Veda Castro. The top cats are under the direction of Jessica Dykes. Sit back and enjoy as the top cats perform a routine to hand clap. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 2022 Medina Valley High School Panther Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Tyler Frail and Rose Simonson, with color guard captain Catherine Clark and Lieutenant Hannah Burriere. The section of the week is the trombones. Band member of the week is sophomore flute Nicole Rocca. Color guard member of the week is Genesis Marufo. Now, the band will perform the 2022 marching show, Fate, Part 1, featuring the music of La Fiesta Mexicana, Prelude and Aztec Dance, paired with Asturias Leyenda. Part 1 will feature trumpet trio, Hamid Wilson, Aaron Sanchez, and Jake Alcaraz. It will also feature flute soloist, Junior Dylan Lee. Part 2 will continue to feature the music from La Fiesta Mexicana, Mass, combined with Luis Fonsi's Despacito. Part 2 will feature flute soloist, Junior Trinity Mahoney. Part 3 will feature the music of the movie Sky World, Desperado, mixed with Lil Nas X's Montero. Part 3 will feature Eddie Ocampo on alto saxophone and Lila Aquino on clarinet. We present to you a performance of pride, the Medina Valley Panther Marching Band.
She
life, they should be off the field in a minute.
School Band is under the direction of Juan Carlos Rodriguez, Jose Solinde, Jose Cruz, Jessica Maple, Alicia Rodriguez, Raymond Cifuentes, and Carlos Jimenez. The Fine Arts Secretary is Dora Ramirez. Our color guard is instructed by A.J. Riojas, assisted by Cassandra Ramirez. The band would like to thank marching techs Danny Hernandez and percussion techs Angelina Martinez and Jacob Navrijo. The Panther Band expresses their gratitude to Mr. Tanner Lange, high school principal, and Dr. Scott Kalos, superintendent.
And thank you to the Panther Band, and we're going to go ahead and take a break as the Panther football team's about to run through the tunnel. This is the Medina Valley Panther Broadcast Network.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
And welcome back to North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley Panther football. As the Panthers have taken the field, the Cardinals are also set up and ready to go. We're about ready to start the third quarter, and we normally give a few scores from around the area. See if I can pull up a few of our scores in our district. I don't see any in our district so far. Hondo Owls. Oh, the Hondo Owls are leading Bandera, Maury. There's an upset in the making. Fourth quarter. Yeah, it's 24-19. Hondo is ahead of Bandera, and they're about to start the fourth quarter. You didn't turn you on. Southside, that's our score. Pearsall is leading Lytle. Laredo Martin has scored 2 touchdowns, Maury. They're trailing the South San Bobcats 27-13 at the beginning of the third quarter. Nixon, that's Nixon Smiley. That's it. That's all the games I can get right now. So, welcome back. And these kickoffs are sponsored by Garner Abstract and Title Company with Ranchers Title.
Yep.
We thank them for.
Do we see any trickeration here?
I wouldn't think so. They're all bunched up ready for it. I wouldn't think so. I think, you got to put this on your defense right now. Put it on your defense, see if they can get a stop. So, number one, Maury, we've had a few near misses on kickoff right now. So, get the kick down there, cover the kick, and let's, pin them down there and don't let them have good field position to start off. As the second half gets underway, and that's going to be a short sky kick, fielded at about the 25-yard line. He's going to be up to about the 40. That's going to be Fernandez.
Yeah, Evan Fernandez on the return.
That'll be where that's a little bit better than you would want. They're still trying that little pop-up pooch kick, and they're just not getting it high enough.
Martinez on the stop there for the Panthers.
You want to force a fair catch on something like that so you don't give them an opportunity to return.
Very imperative here that the Panthers do not yield any points here at the first possession.
We're going to have a end-over tight bunch formation, and there's going to be a penalty right off the bat.
Well, the Panthers substituted late.
The Panthers can substitute late.
But they thought they had 12, and they only have 11.
No flag. So the flag is waved off, but we do have an end over, so the play is going to be going to the left. I guarantee it there, Maury. And there you go. It's going to be power left. It's just another formation to run the power. Castaneda is going to fight forward for about 4 or 5, almost 5 yards. Panthers had him stopped a little deep there. And
Santos and Alamos on the stop for the Panthers.
So right back to it, Southside is going to be at 2nd and 5. And these are the situations that you, if you're Medina Valley, you don't want to continue to have happen. Because you know everywhere on the field's 4-down territory for the Cardinals. So same formation, no end over this time, bunch set. It's going to be a fake quick pitch. Quarterback's going to keep it to go weak. They just did that to get that cornerback removed. 11 yards, another first down for the Cardinals.
Carter Hewitt on the stop there for Medina Valley.
So Southside, they just formation you. They're going to formation you one way or the other.
Want to congratulate the Panthers volleyball team. They won in straight sets tonight, and it was Coach Griggs' 500th victory. So congratulations, Coach Disa Griggs.
Here we go, end over again. It's going to be a quick pitch to Castaneda, and this time the Panthers are going to have him bottled up. So good job there, as looked like number 7 came knifing through there, Maury, to kind of force the action.
Yeah, Stanton. But Villegas, who I mentioned at halftime, needs to come back to life, and he started already.
Villegas had the tackle, but number 7 made that play as he knifed through there and busted up that student body left. So here we go, 2nd and 10. This is ideal for the Panthers. Now, let's see what formation they come out in this time. It's going to be end over again. Same formation, bunch left. I bet the quarterback keeps it this time. Yep, they're going to throw it. They got one-on-one. He's going to go deep. One-on-one coverage, and that will be overthrown out of bounds. Good coverage over there by number 3.
That was Landon Burns on the coverage for the Panthers. It looked like their receiver almost got away with a little shove there in the back.
In the back. He did fall. The Burns fell down, but that was intended for number 23, Jeremy Obregon. So perfect situation here for the Panthers. Now you have forced Southside into a possible passing situation. 3rd and 10
and
from
the
incompletion 44
stops the clock.
We're going to get looks like we're going to get a slot set to the right, pro left, one back. It's going to be a fake handoff. It's going to be a boot left. He's got one in the flats. He's looking deep, though. He's going to pull it down, and he gets one come open late, and it is dropped. That guy was coming across the formation more. That was the drag route, and he tried to hit number.
That was 32 intended for.
Yeah, number 32. That was
Castaneda.
Castaneda coming out of the backfield,
and
actually.
Jeff, he would have had enough for a first down. It hit him right in between the numbers,
basket.
and he just dropped it.
Yep, so we're going to see the first punt formation of the night for Southside. And they don't punt very often, I guess, because they had trouble lining up. But it's going to be a 2-up back set.
Ewert and Burns back for the Panthers.
Can't tell who the punter is. That's number 80, it looks like. Left-footed punter. Gets away a nice high kick. It's fielded by Hewitt, and he's going to be dragged down at the 15. Nice coverage there by the Cardinals.
Yeah, great shoestring tackle. He tried to get to the edge. He's tackled down by number 14 for the Cardinals, Jake Montoya.
Well, here you go, Maury. Panthers got themselves a stop. Got him a stop, and that was one. Your first goal of the second half was to get a stop. Is Coach Griggs make it back?
They just announced that it was their 500th victory, and she's right there.
That. Oh, she is here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. They just walked up. Yep. She stood up and got a roaring round of applause by the Panther fans.
Good job, Coach Griggs. Panthers are going to hand same issue they had in their first series, Maury, as the quarterback Gonzalez and Reza tripped feet together, and the quarterback keeps it and falls down for a loss of about 4 yards.
And that was the exact same
play.
Only the time before, I think it was
number 1.
Hewitt going in motion.
Yep. So there's a little issue there with the mesh point. Doubles set. Check with me. Panthers in a 2nd and long. You can pretty much do whatever you want out of this formation. Southside shifts their front late. Handoff goes to Guerrero. He's going to get about 4 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. He's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Southside Cardinal has to leave the field because he lost his helmet. That was Montoya. He was a Cardinal on the tackle there for Southside, but he has to leave the field for a play.
So 3rd and 10. Panthers in a double set. Guerrero set to the right of Gonzalez right now. That could change. It does change. He moves over to the left now. Gonzalez takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left. He throws, and he throws it right to number 2, who never took his eyes off the quarterback, and number 2 is going to return it to about the 4-yard line. So interception Southside, and that number 2 is
Van Osdal for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he never took his eyes off the quarterback, Maury. They looked like they were in some kind of zone coverage, and he just sat there, zeroed in on him, and when he threw the ball, he just jumped up there and caught it. So the Cardinals will have the ball, first and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, he was staring down Xavier Gonzalez in the backfield and just followed him the whole way. As he said, Jeff, he looked like he was actually the receiver intended.
Well, you know, one of the keys to the game we talked about, can't put the young guy in a possession in a position like that. So first handoff to Castaneda is right off the left side, and he takes it in for a touchdown. So just like that, the Panthers find themselves down by 19 again.
And the defense did its job forcing the punt on the first possession, but the turnover on the interception one play later, Castaneda in the end zone for the touchdown. Moreno
Snap
for the
is
point
a bad
after.
Snap. It's going to be is it picked up? Yeah, it was picked up by the kicker, and he is immediately tackled. So the point after attempt fails. The score will be 26-7 with 8:20 remaining in the third quarter. Got something to read there, Maury? Nope. We're not going to read right now?
Not now.
Okay, so we'll stay right here. So the Panthers, just shot themselves in the foot. And, we talked about putting the young guy in a position like that where, he's got to throw the ball to get out of that. And not only that, you're deep in your own territory. You're on your own 15-yard line throwing the ball. So, Panthers got to get the ball back right here, get back to what they do well, and make some positives happen. As Hewitt and got to learn these guys' names. 32. Pierce and Hewitt are back deep for the Panthers.
Moreno teeing the ball up for the Cardinals.
Kick is going to come down to Hewitt. And he is following, and he's got some room over here if he can get to the corner, and he will be run out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
And, Jeff, that kickoff was sponsored by Garner Abstract and Land Company along with Rancher's Title.
So the Panthers will get their second possession of the half at their own 34-yard line. Gonzalez back out in shotgun formation. Looks like we're going to have a twin set over here to the bottom side with the halfback in the backfield. Guerrero to his right, hands off to Guerrero, who's going to take it around the left side and get some positive yardage. Good hard running there by Guerrero. Will have 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Murillo on the stop there for the Cardinals, but good hard running by Guerrero, 11 yards and a first down.
A lot of good things happen when you give the ball to Guerrero, huh? So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Medina Valley as they check on the sideline. And they will be in the same formation again. Looks like they're going to run the same play. Guerrero, same play, same side. And he's going to have some running room, Maury, and he's down the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
Obregon with a touchdown-saving tackle on the sidelines, but a good burst by Guerrero.
That's about a 40-yard run there for Guerrero. As the Panthers hurry up and get set again, and the linemen are not down, so that means they're going to turn around and look. Got the call from the sideline. Same formation again. Why not same play? They actually pulled somebody to go back the other way, and it looked like Guerrero should have been in some kind of rejet formation and did not follow his lineman, but he is going to fight forward for about a yard. Bring up 2nd and 9.
Hoff on the stop there for the Cardinals, number 24. Actually, he came out of that pile with the ball, but they had blew the play dead. Forward progress had stopped. Pierce back down in the backfield for the Panthers as Guerrero gets a chance to gather his wind on the side.
Same formation again, same play here. Now Pierce is going to get his first handoff of the game, and he gets up in it and gets about 7-8 yards, so it'll be 3rd and a long 2.
Hernandez on the stop there for Southside.
Make it a 3rd down and 3. Panthers turn around, check for the play call. Looks like they're going to stay in the same formation once again. Now, what's working? You stay with it until they can stop you. Give is going to be to Pierce. Pierce is going to go around the left side. He's going to break 1 tackle, break 2 tackles, and he's in for a touchdown.
Great running by Antoine Pierce.
Maury, you're down by 13. You kick the extra point right now.
Absolutely. You don't need to go for 2 on any possessions right now.
No, thanks to Southside, missing a couple of extra points. So Padilla will set it up. Can't tell what the holder's number is. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:49 remaining, the score is now 26-14. The Panthers find themselves back in it. 2-score game.
Gallion was the placeholder for the Panthers, number 88.
So, Maury, let's talk. Panthers came back, had decent field position, starting at their own 30, 35-yard line. Did what they do best.
Kept it simple, running in between the tackles, handed the ball off to Guerrero and Pierce. But go to the other side of the ball, what did Southside not do? They threw the ball and got behind the sticks. They went away from their game plan.
Yep.
And I don't understand how you try to outsmart yourself sometimes and not quit going back to what is working.
So the Garner Abstract kickoff.
Garner Abstract and Rancher's title.
Kickoff is about to happen here. Let's see if they try another pooch. He gets it a little higher this time. It's going to be caught by number 0 on about the 24-yard line. He's going to build up a head of steam. It's a big old boy running hard downhill, and he is not going to make it to the 40-yard line. So about the 38-yard line is where Southside will start their possession.
That was Ruben Rincon on the stop there for the Panthers.
So 5:44 remaining in the third quarter.
And Jeff's number 0, that's Jason Perez. We've seen him line up in the backfield as one of the lead blockers for Castaneda.
He's been a lead blocker, and he's dotted the I, too. He's been the one to carry the ball. So
he knows what to do when he gets his hand on the ball.
So that's going to be that running set with the quarterback as the Panthers sit there, and they will stand up the quarterback after he gains about 4 yards as they had both backs set to the left.
Riojas and Villegas on the stop there for the Panthers.
Sorry, that's going to be Gary Hernandez.
Panthers rotating some interior defensive linemen in and off the field.
So it'll bring up 2nd and about 6 as they get into a bunch left end over, and the Panthers do adjust. They send extra guy over, but Perez found a little bit of a crease, and he's going to get up for about 3 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 3, long 3. As that was the end over set, Maury. Let's see if they come back and they go this way again with the end guy on the line over here.
Santos and Banky on the stop there for the Panthers.
It's kind of what they did the last time, but they're not going to do it this time. They are going to come with a bunch set over to this side. Look for the quarterback possibly to run back to the left or just simply hand it back off to the right. That's what he did. He goes to the left, and we're not fooled, but we missed the tackle. That was Binky who hit him first.
Still going to end up short of about a yard and a half.
He spun forward, and he was able to get about a yard and a half, and there's going to be about a yard and a half, 2 yards to go on 4th and 2. And Southside's going to line up to punt, Maury. They don't want to give the Panthers the ball at midfield. They're not going to take a chance here, and I think that's, if I'm sitting looking at it, that's a smart call for them.
Absolutely.
Punt it, pin them deep, make them go the length of the field, which they've shown that they couldn't do earlier.
Yeah, Benke spun him around and then almost finished him off.
Also, look for a fake punt right here. So the Southside Cardinals, there's the fake. Give it to Perez. He is going to be stopped short. The Panthers were ready for it, Maury. We called it. The Panthers knew it was coming, and they stood Perez up, and I don't know who it was.
Alamos was the lead there for the Panthers.
Absolutely.
Big number 66 stuffed that hole.
Huge play there for Medina Valley. And I'm not sure I agree with that call. If you're going to go for it, Maury,
leave your offense out
there. You're
there.
Averaging 5 yards a carry, basically. So I don't agree with the fake punt right there. I do agree with punting it and pinning them deep and making them go the length of the field. But thank you for that call, and the Panthers were ready for it. They're going to go with a double set. Let's see if the Panthers can capitalize here. They're in a check with me formation right now, and there they go.
And if you notice, Jeff, the Panthers didn't change their defense out. They left their defense out there and sent Carter Hewitt the lone back to return the punt.
And that should have been, and there goes Guerrero with the handoff, and he's going to get ahead of steam, and he's going to go for about 6-7 yards up to the 40-yard line.
So momentum has switched, and Guerrero just extends it there. Number 70 on the stop there for the Cardinals, but you'll take a gain of 6. That was Pritchard on the stop.
All right, so 2nd and 4 now for the Panthers as they look to the sideline to get the call. Looks like they're going to stay in the same formation as Newton is in there now as the halfback. Guerrero once again going to get up in it, and he is going to be close to a first down.
I think they're going to
They're giving it to him over here.
Depends on the spot, but yeah, they're giving it to him.
Line judge on this side's giving it to him, so first down and 10 for the Panthers from the 37-yard line.
Salinas on the stop, Jeff, put a touchdown here, and we got a brand new ball game.
2:51 and counting. Panthers, let's see, their formation here is going to be the same formation. Newton is going to be lined up as the halfback to the right, kind of lined up in between the guard and tackle. Twins to the top. Hand off to Guerrero. He's going to run GT back this way, and he's going to have a little alley, and his little legs just a-churning, and he's going to get about 10 yards again as Guerrero, with his power running, those legs moving, going to push everybody forward. Going to be another first down. So
Aubrey gone and Hoff on the stop, but Panthers moving the chains.
Well, they found something. They found something here. They're in that same formation, Maury. They're going to stay in it. Nope, now they're going to move Newton to the other side. He's going to go to the tight end side now. Now we're going to have Guerrero, going to have it right back up the middle. He's going to be up for about 4 yards, 3 yards they're going to give him. Be 2nd and 7, but still, they're, positive gain.
Absolutely. Montoya on the stop there for Southside.
Now the Panthers are going to switch sides a little bit as number 8 moves over here to the left. That's Jaden Gonzalez again. Going to have that twin set to the left now as Newton lines up to the left side. Guerrero to the right side of Gonzalez. Hand off to Guerrero up the middle, and he's going to be forward for about 4 more yards, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
Good positive run there for the Panthers. That was number 53, Abrego, on this one. Not Obregon, but Abrego, number 53. Definitely in 4-down territory here, Jeff.
Yes, definitely. I mean, you just keep with what's working right now. So same formation. Should be a handoff to Guerrero. We're going to have them off sides unless somebody moved.
They made contact, so that's what stopped the play. That has to be
I
offsides, because I did not see a Panther offensive lineman move.
Offsides against Southside, and that will be enough for a first down. And, Maury, we talked about the whole unit growing up as a whole. 3 weeks ago, they jump on that.
Yep.
And instead of 3rd and 3, you're in 3rd and 8. So the whole unit is growing up right before our eyes. So here you go, back in it. The Panthers from about the 13-yard line now. Newton switches sides. Guerrero is going to get the handoff. At this time, now they're crashing in hard. As that was Alanis again from the edge, crashing in hard. So if they continue to do something like that, your rebuttal to that is quarterback keeping it. No gain on the play. Stay in the same formation.
Might be the last play of the third quarter.
And we got 20 seconds left. Don't
have to snap it if we don't want to.
Oh, yeah, you do. You're 2 seconds behind the play clock. Quick, happy feet again with the quarterback, but he scrambles enough to get the ball. They're calling it out of bounds. This
at least they're going to give him
this one's saying it was in and caught.
And I don't think – I thought he had a foot in.
He is going to give it to him on the 10-yard line. So that will be a 5-yard gain as the reception was made by Reza. They're only going to give him about a 3-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Now you're not going to – he went out of bounds.
Stops the clock.
Yep, he went out of bounds. So 3rd and 7 here. And once again, Maury, you're still in 4-down territory. So you just want to do something positive here, get you some positive yards. There's Guerrero. Oh, Guerrero slips. He bounces it back outside. He cuts it back up inside. He's going to be inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. That is going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it.
Castaneda on the stop, but that's going to be the end of the quarter.
It's going to be the end of the quarter, but they're going to have to measure this or declare first down before they move.
Well, they're moving the chains, and they didn't even mark it. What are they doing?
Well, I guess they knew right away what it was going to be. They gave him a first down.
Okay, there you go.
So they don't need the chain. So when we come back for the fourth quarter, the Panthers are inside the 5-yard line looking for pay dirt. This is Medina Valley Broadcast Network, and we'll be right back.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football as the Panthers have clawed their way back down to the 3-yard line? Or
first and goal inside the 3.
Right inside I can't tell. In between the 3 and 4 it looks like, but they got the ball inside the 5. It's going to be first and goal. So let's see. This will be the first play of the fourth quarter as Southside runs one off late, gives to Guerrero. He's going to be stopped short at about the 2-yard line. He gets down to the 2-yard line. So it'll be second and goal from about the 2. Gets about a yard on that one.
Alanis and Castaneda on the stop there for the Cardinals.
And here we go. We got a tight set to the left. Guerrero in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff again. And actually, Gonzalez keeps it. This is what I said, Maury. If they're going to start crashing those ends and crashing those outside linebackers hard, the quarterback's going to end up keeping it, and that's what they called right there. Great play call. Give the quarterback an opportunity to score, and he does from 2 yards out with 11:26 to go. The Panthers are within 6 with the PAT to come.
So what an answering job by the Panthers. 2 back-to-back scores, and the Panthers are 1 score away here from taking the lead.
As the kicker Padilla gets ready to attempt the PAT. 3 seconds on the clock. They get it off. Snaps good, holds good, and the kick is good. So the Panthers are within 5 points right now. Absolutely. Mr. Stein over there at the PA is giving a lot of credit to the offensive linemen who are feeling it right now. They're feeling it on the sideline right now. They know that, this game was going to be won in the trenches. And right now in the second half so far, other than that pick six, Medina Valley's winning this game in the trenches right now.
Absolutely. Bread and butter. Feed the beast incarnate.
This is going to come down to each possession now. The Panthers are within one score. Southside's within one score of putting this game away, though. Because you go 2 scores down with the way these offenses methodically move the ball. I mean, you're looking at 5-6 minute drives. So let's hope not. Let's put a little pressure on Southside. Let's do a few things.
Let's make them trail once in the ball game.
Absolutely. So looks like.
And right now the Southside's on its heels.
No, you don't want to give them any momentum. So is that number? Can't tell who that is. Is that number?
You looking at the real deep man?
Yeah, it's number 3. Javier. No,
that's number 4.
No, 4. That's
yep.
Ruben Alanis. Ruben Alanis back deep.
4-23-1.
And not many of the Panther kicks have gone that deep. They've usually gone up to here to the up backs. Looks like he's going to try to pooch it over here to the left again, and he gets it up in the air. Not a bad kick, and the runner slips, and that allows the Panthers to make the tackle. So 22-yard line, it looks like. Maybe they give him all the way up to the 25. I don't think he ever got up to the 25.
No, that was Landon Burns for the Panthers on special teams. One of the young men we had sports for supper at Sammy's with. So just making a play out there for the special teams. Now he stays out there as one of the cornerbacks for the Panthers.
All right, so here we go. Southside hands the ball off, and nice stop there for a gain of 1 by the Panthers.
Xavier Fears on the stop there for the Panthers.
They're actually going to give him 2, so 2nd and 8.
We'll give him 2 on first down.
Well, as Southside, they go back to what they do. Don't get away from their game plan too much. They're going to go stacked left, trips tight. They're going to fake it, going to take off. Quarterback, and we're going to have a penalty. I bet we're going to get another sideline warning down here. That'll be a penalty on the Panthers. Because it was thrown way over here by the field judge. Way down.
And if that's on the Panthers, that's their second one. That is going to be yardage marked off. What are they calling? Where are they going to?
He's pointing down here to the left. At the coach down here to the left.
Yep.
So there's a penalty, and that's going to
delay
be
a
first
game
down.
Sideline warning.
So that's going to move the ball up to the 38-yard line.
That's a 10-yard penalty? Because it was 2nd and 8. It had to be.
No, he just ran the ball. The quarterback just ran the ball. It was a 5-yard penalty. So here we go. Panthers got everybody stacked up there tight, and they try quarterback sneak, and they're stuffed. Looks like is it Hernandez? Yeah, Hernandez. Was he at quarterback that time? Anyway, 1-yard gain.
That was Yamarillo for Medina Valley on the stop.
And, so we talked about Southside selling out earlier to stop the run. Look what the Panthers are doing. They're walking those linebackers up there tight. Now, sometimes if you're running that toss play, you run those linebackers up in there tight, and they get cut off. Toss left. They don't extend. Nice play there, running downhill. That is 32, Castaneda again, and he's going to get about 2.
That was Caden Keller on the stop there for the Panthers.
It's going to be third and 7 now for Southside, as Panthers are doing a much better job now being physical at the point of attack with that power eye look. 3rd and 7, big play here for the Panthers with 9:27 to go. Got power eye right now. And they're going to throw it. It's going to be a bootleg, and they're going to get a false start. Looks like number 23 jumped again.
Yeah, the flanker.
Wasn't he the one on the other side?
Yep, the flanker on the edge
did that
jumped.
Earlier?
That really puts him behind the
That's
sticks
false
now.
start. So that is going to be a 5-yard penalty marked off, and it's going to make it 3rd and 12 now. Now, don't forget earlier, Maury, the quarterback had a lot of time to throw the ball. They're taking out number 0, and they're bringing in some more fresh air boys to go run routes. So they're going to be in a little different formation here than they have been, and they will go. They're going to go trips. There you go. They're going to go trips to the top side. Now they're going to go in motion. That guy was never set, though.
Timeout.
I was going to say they're about to get a penalty because that kid was never set. So timeout Southside as the Panthers are fired up. And
yeah, all the momentum is on Medina Valley's side right now.
That's actually another good timeout there for Southside. They looked like they were a little discombobulated. They want to get set and make sure that they've got the right play called and that everybody's in the right position because this is a big play for Southside. They don't want to have to give the ball up right now to Medina Valley with 9 minutes to go in the game for Medina Valley just to drive the length of the field.
And that timeout was sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
Once again, thank you for all of our sponsors. And the halftime show was actually sponsored by Medina Electric. So thank you to Medina Electric for being one of our halftime sponsors. We call it the halftime stats, but it's more of the halftime show now, Maury, because we don't really keep stats. We have too many other things going on. So thank you to Medina Electric and all of our advertisers as always. So 3rd down and about 12 now. Got trips, going to have a little screen pass out to the right, and that didn't fool anybody, Maury. He is going to go right back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th and 12.
Especially it didn't fool Riojas. It was right there as soon as he made the catch.
I don't know if that was what they actually wanted
the
quarterback
that was like
to
a
look
gimme.
for. But Maury, that's not what they do.
Nope.
That's not what they do. So you put them in a situation to do something they weren't comfortable in.
And the Panthers have taken away what they've been doing best, to run.
Good, we got to give the coaches credit. They made some halftime adjustments. So that punt is away. Everybody is away from it. It hits on about the 40, and it's going to take a Southside roll down to the 31-yard line where it will be down there, and the Panthers will be
69 yards
away from taking their first lead of the game,
absolutely.
if possible. And, depending on how it goes, a field goal is not terrible in this situation.
No,
if
but you don't
it
want
comes to it, but you don't want to have to get to that.
No, that
point.
means you're still a score behind.
Right. So the Panthers will come out. Let's see if they change anything. Nope, they're going to be in that same little Twins formation with the halfback 85 in there. And once again, 85 is Kyle Stuman. Guerrero to the left of Gonzalez. Snap goes, gives to Guerrero. Guerrero's going to be stuffed there at the line of scrimmage, so Southside themselves are making adjustments. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Alanis on the stop there for Southside.
You're seeing a lot of the same guys, Maury, on defense now for Southside. Number 0 is out there at linebacker. Second and 10. Panthers got to get some positive yardage on this one. Same formation. It's going to be a pass. And it's going to be over the middle. He's going to overthrow him. You know what? If he gives him one more split second more, he clears that linebacker, and he may go all the way if he could hit him in stride.
Well, if Reza gets his hands on it, he's gone.
Yep.
Just a little.
But he threw it just a tad bit too early. Yep. And Reza was coming clear from behind that linebacker, and I don't know if he could really pick it up and put it right where he wanted.
Yeah, if he could sit back and just wait another half second, he has Reza running right across the field untouched, and there was nobody going to catch him from behind.
Right now they're in a man coverage. They're going to be in a man coverage across. So they're going man over here. They're going to be a zone right here. They're going to drop into a zone. They're going to run a little tunnel screen, and that's going to hit off. He looked to run first, Maury, and here, this is the situation you didn't want to get into. That pass was intended for Carter Hewitt. You had your little tunnel screen set up. Took his eyes off the ball.
Looked upfield before he brought the ball in.
Yep. I tell you what, though, that would have been a good play on second down.
Oh, absolutely.
Second down, you get him. You get some positive yardage out of that. But at the same time, the play that they had was good. Two good play calls. Did not execute. Panthers have to punt with 7:26 left. Good snap. Punt is gone, and it is a good high punt. And it hits at about the 32-yard line or 42-yard line and goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So Southside will have the ball, and Panther defense once again is going to have to step up and make a play.
Yep, can't yield any points. Even a field goal right now makes it 29-21, and you need a touchdown or 2-point conversion. So you could get away with a field goal, but you can't give up a touchdown.
So the Panthers have stormed back in the second half.
Very exciting game tonight.
Got a double-barrel backfield now as Southside changes it up a little bit. They're going to go ahead and run power to the right, though, as Hernandez gets the ball, and he's going to be hit right away, and he'll fall forward for 2 yards as they switch it up a little bit. I'm sorry, I said Hernandez. That's Jason Perez.
That was Lorenzo Morales on the stop for the Panthers.
Number 0 is Jason Perez.
Yeah, they've pretty much shut down Castaneda here in the second half.
Well, and that's probably why you saw Perez carry at that time, trying to get a little something different going, but it's going to be 2nd and 8. Castaneda is the lone back again. Tight bunch set over here to the left, and they're going to fake it. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to bounce outside, and he's got a little bit of running room, and he's at the 40, and he's going to be tackled at about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, the Panthers let him get to the edge there. And once he gets to the edge, he's got good speed.
Yeah, there's really nothing to that, Maury. He takes the snap, he fakes it left, and he just takes off running. He is fast. Panthers have one down.
And, Jeff, that's a good play when you're over.
Well, yeah, no, obviously.
You know,
when you're over-committing one way. So Cardinals are going to have it 1st and 10. Panthers have one down on the far sideline.
And
so
Jeff,
we're going to go ahead.
While we have a
go ahead.
timeout, the City of Hondo South Texas Regional Training Center, also known as STRTC, offers a multitude of on-site services. College courses for students looking to achieve their associate degree, vocational and technical programs such as patient care technician, welding, and HVAC, and GED throughout Southwest Texas Junior College. Assistance with employment search, job trainings for youth and adults with workforce solutions or transportations. Assistance provided by ACOG ART Transportation. For additional information, contact the staff at 830-741-8347 or find them on Facebook at STRTC. That's South Texas Regional Training Centers.
All right, as the young man has gotten up.
Just a case of the cramps it looked like there, Jeff.
Yep. So the Cardinals will now have the ball 1st and 10 on the Panther 39-yard line. 6:12 remaining in the game. Double-barrel backfield. Southside as the quarterback looks over the defense. He's letting the clock run now. He hands it to Perez. We're going to have a flag over here. It's going to be high, and Perez breaking a few tackles, running hard. He's running over people. I said that earlier.
I hope that ain't offsides, because if it is, they got a big carry. They're saying offsides on Medina Valley.
Offsides on Medina Valley, so that'll be
that play will stand.
And that play will stand, a gain of about 13 yards.
Wow. 2 big plays back-to-back, total of 29 yards.
Yep, offsides against the Panthers will be declined, be 1st and 10 now from the 24-yard line. That was a 15-yard gain, actually.
Wow, what a gain of just momentum swings, Jeff.
Yeah, and you know, Perez, he runs hard. Runs big, and the Panther defense looks like they're getting a little worn down now. But Southside's made a few adjustments. They're handing the ball off to Perez now in that double-barrel set instead of Castaneda. So here we go, double barrel again. Perez is going to get the ball again. Little isolation play off the edge. He cuts it back against the grain, and he's going to get about 4 yards, as Castaneda was the lead blocker that time on that play. So be 2nd and 5, maybe 6.
Binky and Alamas on the stop there.
So, Maury, right now they're in field goal range.
Jacob Warren also in there on the stop for the Panthers.
It'd
be a long field goal.
It'd be a
37-yarder.
Yeah, but you just got 2nd down, so here they go back to the bunch set. This could be the quarterback. They're going to snap it to the quarterback, and he's going to take off running. There you go. Right up the middle. And he's going to run right into the safety, and he's going to have enough for the first down, another gain of about 8 yards.
That was Martinez on the stop, but that brings the change one more time, and that moves the ball inside the red zone down to the 11. Can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown here. And Jeff, this is the drive of the ball game right now. If you're the Medina Valley defense, you
Absolutely.
cannot allow a touchdown here.
Right. You got to find some way to stop it right now, and you do have all your timeouts left, so you would think if they get any closer that Coach may use a timeout just to give his guys a breath. So let's see. We got an I set here for the first time. Another formation. Quarterback understands it's going to be a trap. That's a different play, and he's going to have a touchdown. That was a trap play, more. That was the first time we'd seen that formation.
And
first
the
time
Panthers
we saw
weren't
that
ready
play,
for it.
and they were not ready. It was a simple guard trap. They gave it to 32, and he right up the pipe scores from 11 yards out. So with 4:03 remaining in the game, Cardinals, what an impressive drive, Maury. They put the Panthers, back on their heels, and they just kept attacking. 15 yards, 12 yards, 10 yards, until they got into the end zone.
Going to put the Panthers down by 2 scores again. Is Moreno out there for the point after?
And he will get that one, and you almost had one running into it, but that kick is up and good. So with 4:03 remaining in the game, it is now 33-21. So back to a 2-score game here for the Panthers. So now, Maury, 4 minutes to go. You obviously want to try to still win this game. Do you put the young quarterback in a situation where he's got to go down the field throwing the ball, or do you continue doing and just get positive yards and try to get another score on the board and try to get some sort of momentum out of it? No such thing as moral victories.
No, you
but
play to win.
Do you put the quarterback in this pressure situation right now?
Absolutely.
I agree.
Because at what point of the year are we going to quit calling him
a freshman?
A freshman.
That's right. So you put him out there, and now you got to go try to win the game. You've asked him not to lose the game for you, but now you got to try to go win the game. So this is a good learning experience for everybody. And there goes the kick. It's going to be a pooch kick now. It's going to be taken by, I hope it's taken by, number 4 gets it, and he gets up the field a little bit and runs out of bounds. That's Justin Rogers, another sophomore.
That kick was sponsored by Garner Abstract and Land Company, along with Rancher's Title. And I know, Jeff, the young man is going to have a 9 next to his name all year long, signifying he is a freshman. But at what point do you just got to say he's not a freshman anymore?
Well,
he's your quarterback, and that's what that is the person in charge.
I think that happened last week with the coaching staff. Hey, you're not a freshman anymore. You're playing varsity football, so get up here and you're going to do what we know you can do. So.
And he's not going to be perfect, but there's no quarterback going to be perfect.
Absolutely. So you know what his limitations are. So trips open, going to throw a little stopper out there, hook and ladder, and that's not going to fool many people as Southside was ready for it. It will go for a first down, but the cornerback did a heck of a job there, Maury. He saw it coming, and he broke away from the guy pitching the ball, and he went and hit Guerrero initially.
Well, that was a good job by Millis bringing the ball in, and a good job by Guerrero. Said it didn't fool anybody, Jeff, but it got
15
20
yards.
15 yards.
Yeah, no, it did. Didn't fool that cornerback, though. So first down and 10. Going to throw a little out route, and that boy, that was one of those that that corner over there saw the ball thrown, and he broke back on it, and you hate to see those kind of deals, especially if you're that receiver running that little out route.
The ball came loose, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Reza tried to bring that ball in, and the cornerback over there, and I want to say it was number 24, but I'm not sure.
I think it was number 5.
Was it number 5 out there on the edge?
Number 5 on the outside. But no damage done.
That was Gary Hernandez.
Second and 10. It's going to be a run. That's going to be
Pierce.
He's going to get a quick 6 yards. Good little mix-up here. So he brings you to 3rd and 4.
Amarillo on the stop there for.
Got a lineman down now for the Panthers. He is going to get up and hobble off to the sideline. It looks like he hopefully he'll be okay and be able to shake it off and come
I think
back.
he got rolled up from behind. That's usually what happens when you're standing there and somebody rolls up on you and you're not expecting it.
So number 50 will check in now. That's Brady Foreman. Brady Foreman is a junior. Be checking in at left tackle.
He was filling in a little bit in the previous weeks in the center position also.
Okay, so that must be your number 6 lineman then. He play any one of the positions, I guess. Actually, he is in at center. They moved the center out to tackle. So here we go, motion across, going to trips. Gonzalez drops back, and he is going to throw the sky screen again, but their number 4 there was standing his ground, and they're going to lose a yard. It's going to be 4th and 6.
That was Alanis Gallion with the catch, but
yeah, that was blown up by number 4 because he didn't leave his area. He blew up the blocker and didn't leave his area, and there was nowhere for Gallion to go when he came down with the ball. So that's going to be a timeout, Medina Valley, and those timeouts are sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
And see, now, Jeff, is what you're seeing. Right now, you're letting your young quarterback not lose a game for you, but not win the game for you either because you're not stretching the field.
Well, Maury, also, you probably don't have many pass plays in at this point that the quarterback understands. So you're kind of limited in your play calling.
But you have tried to hit somebody in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Where if the pass is on target, you got a touchdown.
That play earlier was open, and the receiver dropped it.
Right.
So you go back to it because it was open the last time. You try it again, it wasn't open that time. So now you're behind the chains again. You're in a 4th down situation. Coach has got something drawn up. They've got a chart that says, okay, if we're in 4th down and this many yards, we're going to have these plays that we can run. So let's see what they come up with as the trip set goes to the left. They're going to roll to the left, and nobody blocks the defensive end. It's kind of hard to do anything, Maury, when you don't block the defensive end.
No.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Number 15, Santos. Xavier Gonzalez had no chance whatsoever to make that play. None.
Now, I'm not going to speculate, but I believe that should have been the running back going to get that guy. It looked like they had a turn back set where everybody turned their bodies away from the way the ball was going to block away, and then that running back is supposed to come and cut that defensive end, and it didn't look like it happened there. And then once again, you got a new running back in there. So a guy that hadn't played a lot.
Panthers only have 2 timeouts left to stop this clock.
2:37 remaining in the ball game.
A first down puts the game out of reach for the Panthers.
So double barrel set again here. Clock is not running, so they give it to Perez, who is going to bounce it outside, and he's got some room. And there he puts his head down again, and he's going to get about 9 yards.
And that's the worst thing that could have happened. Now they only need 1 yard, and they could run another 40 seconds off the clock. Now they get the first down. It's really over.
Yeah. Now their Panthers are not using their timeouts.
But why is the clock stopped?
It's not. It's 2:30, 2:28. It's running. Not complaining that it's
No, I know, but it was.
33-21 here. The Panthers find themselves down by 12, and this game is really
Panthers were 3 touchdowns down and came back and made it.
Got
within 5.
And a few things happen early in the game, a few things happen at halftime, and this is a different ball game. But those are the breaks. So Perez again just running right through the Panther defense as he will get the first down and about 9 more. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch right there, Maury.
Yes.
Castaneda has carried him most of the game, and now Perez has finished off this 4th quarter for him.
Fresh legs.
And, actually, he's been playing on defense, too. He's been out there on every offensive set just about.
If you've watched, Castaneda's been out there on defense also.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in playing your best both ways.
No matter what.
No matter what level you're at.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw Santonio Clark do it for years, and they were good at it. So here we go, double barrel set. Once again, Perez with the little ISO play, and why not? You're getting 9-10 yards. Clock's at 1:20 and ticking. Panthers seem content to not use their timeouts.
And now if you're a Panther fan, you're saying, well, they're running up the clock. No, actually they're not, because of the way the scoring deal is set up. Positive points mean a lot here. Correct?
Sure. Yeah.
But
you're not going to tie with Medina Valley.
I know, but if it comes down to
a three-way tie,
it's
going to be hard to fathom right now.
But still, they're not doing anything out of the ordinary.
No, and they're going to let that clock tick down, snap it with 2 seconds, and hand it to Perez coming the other way. And he is going to get down to inside the 10-yard line.
And see, now they don't have to run another play.
Yeah, and they probably
well, the time clock is running, but they ain't running the other clock. I don't understand what they're doing here.
Well, the time clock, the 45-second clock will start. So let's see if they do run another play, 27 seconds, 26.
Well, they have to.
Yeah, they will. And let's see if Panthers can keep them out of the end zone. They've been averaging about 9 yards a carry, Perez has. I would expect it to go to the right again. And they snap it in a hurry, and Perez is going to just, well, he actually
fell
down short of the
goal line.
I don't think that was called. Yeah, Coach just said, that's it, ball game. So he was not going to – he told him, I guess, to stop. So the final score here from Panther Stadium as Medina Valley goes to one win and 2 losses in district now, 33-21, the Southside Cardinals. But, overall, Maury, a lot of positives out of this game.
Absolutely. Never gave up.
Never gave up. They did have, some miscues. First drive of the game, first drive of the second quarter. You take away those 2 miscues and those 2 series, it's a different ball game.
Well, not only that, but you take away the interception.
Yeah. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and take a break and hear from a couple of our sponsors, and we'll come back and close this out. You're watching Medina Valley Panther football.
Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at DoubleTHunting.com.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash-tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley Panther football. Wrapping it up here from Panther Stadium as the Panthers fall 33-21 to the Southside Cardinals. Like we said, Maury, two series. You take away the first series, if Panthers get a first down on the fake punt, you don't know what's going to happen, but they possibly score. And the first series of the second half when they throw a pick six.
Well, it wasn't a pick six, but it was
a pick. Pretty close.
And one play later, six.
Gave it down to the 4-yard line. So you take away those 2, anything happens, even if you punt the ball away, it could be a different outcome, and the Panthers aren't trailing and playing, from behind. But overall, we didn't see a lot of the penalties again. Once again, one of the positives I got out of this on 3rd and 3 down here, we're driving on that scoring drive.
Drew them off sides. The linemen held their mud, as we used to say. They held in there, and 3 weeks ago, they'd have been jumping off sides, and we'd have been in 3rd and 8. So that was a positive. Pretty tough to have a player of the game because there was just so many things going on tonight. But, Maury, who do you think player of the game could be? Hold on. It's the
Tanya's Travel by Design player of the game. Got to get that in there.
I'd say you probably have to give it to Guerrero. He was over 100 yards rushing again tonight for the Panthers, and when the Panthers needed to play on offense, or you could give it to number 8, Gonzalez, who made that great catch on the sidelines to keep the drive alive and turn momentum back into the Panthers.
Yeah.
So give it to those two young men for keeping the Panthers in it on offense, getting to within 5 points, getting to within one score. But then it was just Southside who took control of the ball and got the clinching score at the end and showed some class at the end by falling down and not scoring another touchdown at the end.
You know what I really like? We talked about their numbers. They didn't have hardly anybody on the sideline. They had a lot of kids going both ways. You're talking about a big 5A high school. It can be done.
Oh, yeah.
And I for the life of me, we've seen it year after year after year. Different teams around the state, they refuse to do something like that. But they did it, and they're conditioned to do it, and they're coached to do it.
I know, but you watch towards the end of the year, you watch it when they go to Jerry's World or when they come to the Alamo Dome and they're playing for the state championship games. How many of those young men in 4, 5, and 6A do you see going both ways? A bunch.
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
You do.
So I mean, it can be done.
Yeah.
And I don't, sometimes
not saying that's what needs to be done
here.
Just saying that it's a testament to the Southside Cardinals and their coaching staff and what they've done and put together this year. When people said they were supposed to be down this year, they're not down. They're just doing what they do, and they do it really well.
Yep.
Okay, and there were times that the Panthers could have made something happen. If you play this game 5 weeks from now, it may be a different outcome.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're one injury away from the same as Panthers. They're one injury away. So you're one injury away both sides. Now, with that being said, the Panthers have lost their last 2 starting quarterbacks. They're down. They've had 2 injuries. There's rumors of, one of them possibly coming back. The freshman is doing a good job of managing the game, but you can't, we said keys to the game, don't put him behind the chains. Don't put him in position to where he had to do something that he's not ready for yet. And they had to do that a couple times. That's okay. The more he does that right now, the better he'll be in the long run. The better he'll be 5 games from now.
Yep.
And the better the team will be because of it, because of the learning. So congratulations to the Southside Cardinals. We will be back on air Tuesday live with Panther Volleyball. Wednesday night we will have our Sports for Supper, where this week we'll probably have Coach Griggs and talking about her 500th victory. You think she remembers her first one?
I bet she does.
Okay, well, we're going to ask her that Wednesday night, so tune in. And we'll have Coach Sanchez and a few of the football players on again Wednesday night at 7 o'clock live from Sammy's. Friday night, the Panthers will travel to Eagle Pass. We will have the broadcast live Friday night, where the Panthers will be looking to get their second district win, second win of the season, and back on track. We talked about being in the mix still. They're still in the mix for a playoff game. So they have to continue getting better each and every week to make that happen.
Yep.
Anything
Nope, just
else?
a good effort. The Panthers never gave up. Closed the 3-score deficit down to 1, but just did not have enough. The hill was just too big to climb and didn't have enough to overcome it. But it wasn't because the Panthers gave up.
That's right. So, Maury, thank you for allowing me to come in and be the minus with your A. I got to call you an A, okay? We'll be the A- group, okay?
That'll work.
Because, Maury, you do a heck of a job. Jared does a heck of a job. He's not here today. He won't be here Wednesday for Sports for Supper, but he'll be back on the air at Eagle Pass. And so thank you, Maury. Thank you for our sponsors and advertisers. Appreciate everybody. Everybody have a safe and happy weekend, and we will see you next week as Panther football continues.